Chapter 8. Agella. I flapped to her. She was conscious, but barely. "Dock, you fools. Dock now." A voice yelled. "Jiglet. We're powering up." I heard the low whine of the engines warming. I grabbed Agella as well as I could, her wings were beating but weakly. I grabbed her and steered her, hauled her to the nearest dock. The dock we'd just finished installing. I pressed her back against it. "Clamp on. Listen to me, clamp on." She nodded, eyes wild, wandering. I saw her chest tighten. She was docked. Now it was my turn. The nearest open dock was 50 feet away. The alien had spotted us. At first we must have looked like a part of the home crystale. But now he could see that we were still flying, that we were self-contained. And yet he was in no hurry. Why should he be? We'd been unable to resist. We were helpless. The alien ship drifted lazily around, bringing its dagger tip to bear on us. With numb fingers I fumbled to the dock, twisted, lined up, and the alien fired. The beam this time. Deadly accurate. It hit us on center. But the force field had been raised by someone thinking more clearly than I. The red beam glowed and a disk of bright light appeared at the limits of the force field. The alien sheared off. I was on the ship's unnet now, hooked in, able to watch the readouts from the engines. At 95% of power they could be engaged. We were at 65%. Everyone I knew was dead. My sire and dam, dead. Inidar was dead. Wormer, dead. I looked down and saw her, my home, a bright glint still falling away. How long to fall? 300 miles. How long till it hit the lava fields, crumpled, and was burned out of existence? The alien ship hovered close. It seemed curious. Interested. Like a scientist studying some new microbe under a lens. Then a small craft, a boxier, winged version of the main ship, dropped from its belly. It hovered then flew close, probing toward us, feeling for the force field. It stopped. Engine readout at 80%. The small craft nosed forward, very slowly. It pressed against the force field, pushed at it. The field held. Engines at 84%. I could see a single shape, a form through a transparent window at the front of the little ship. He was no more than 20 yards away. I could see him, he could see me. It had become intimate now, personal. The small craft began to glow, as if it were heated from the inside. It glowed brighter and brighter till the light hurt my eyes. "It's going to get through," I said. We had nothing. No weapons. I understood weapons in the abstract, what gamer doesn't? Besides, we knew that generational ships were always tightly armed. But we ourselves had none. Never had. The nose of the ship pushed through the force field. It was slow going. It was absorbing and deflecting the force field and it was slow going, but it was faster than the rising blue bar and numbers of the engine readout. It would be in before we could escape. Once a hole was opened, the cloud of flechettes. Nothing. No weapon. Hand tools. The scrapers and scorers I'd been using for scoring. Score and break. It was absurd. A losing move. The kind of stupid move that would leave other gamers gasping with laughter. The only move I had. I undocked. I flew to a naked spar point. It was sharp, undulled by the usual safety knob. How much weight could I carry? I should know how much a section of spar end would weigh, I should know, but I didn't, and no time now. I guessed. 6 feet. I could carry that much. I hovered by the spar end and fumbled, nearly dropped my scoring knife. I began to cut a ring around the foot-thick crystale. Cut. Cut. Don't worry about retaining the splinters now. The score came full around. I flitted back and launched straight into the spar. It broke clean. Clean enough. Not a professional cut, but it would do. I wrapped my arms around it and took the weight. Not so much weight, I could lift it. But it was awkward, hard to turn around. I tucked it under my arm on one side, got a slight supporting purchase with one talon, and beat wing. I flew straight for the small craft. Fast as I could fly, Reckless, no time to worry about it now, no time to wonder how I would survive impact. As if in slow motion the face in the window turned. It had only two eyes, both forward-looking. Blue. Almost pretty. The blue eyes watched me, and then widened. What alien emotion? Fear? Derision? Amazement? The light was blinding, barely could keep my eyes open, nothing but those blue eyes staring. I struck. The point of the spar sliced into sheet metal, penetrated a foot, then stopped. I yanked it back. It came free. I dropped, took the full weight, and this time stabbed upward directly beneath the alien crewman. Again the spear point stopped hard. But now the glow was dying away. The electric buzz of energy fields was weakening. "Height, you fool, use gravity," a voice in my head shrieked. Of course. I beat wing to gain altitude. Up, up, the blue eyes followed me, still, it seemed to me, more curious than malevolent. Up 20 feet. Now. I plunged. My wings hammered the air and I dropped, spear point down. The spear struck the alien craft just above the cockpit. The crystal penetrated. There was no explosion. Nothing dramatic. But as I released the spar and let momentum carry me down past the window, I saw that the alien was staring with no expression at all. The spar point had penetrated the cockpit, and penetrated his large head. At that moment, with the alien ship half in and half out of the MCQ-3's force field, our engines at last kicked in. For a giddy, terrifying moment the entire universe collapsed around me. And a moment later I was floating without sensation of speed through the blank white nothingness of zero space. The alien small craft was with us still. The alien I had destroyed still stared with beautiful blue eyes,